Hey everybody, it's Unbreakable podcast, and we're here on Thursday, I think, January 4th. In these holidays and all that stuff. Thank God. Next week we're back to regular routine, and we'll know what's there. So, a lot to talk about. Not going on. Speaking of days, today's National Spaghetti Day. Yeah, my favorite. My favorite. You know what? I was a kid. My mom, God bless her, she would say, I hit you for the money. What do you want from dinner? I'll make anything that you could. She didn't really could. We were just kids. We were suburb neighborhood, so we didn't ask for lobster, bisque, or lobster, like that. We asked for the basic things. Spaghetti was mine. Spaghetti, I got the long, thin spaghetti. And you could twirl around on the fork. I I never was a good twirler. Never could get it. Like some guys, especially, I'm half Italian. You could put the fork there and twirl it around. That big father. I couldn't ever do it. And I hate to cut spaghetti. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. You don't cut it up until you this spaghetti. You don't do that. You're supposed to eat the whole thing, but I always had trouble twirling anyway. I love all kinds of pasta, macaroni, whatever you call it. My mom used to always make her sauce. So it was really good spaghetti and chicken, spaghetti and meatballs. I was never that big of a sausage guy. So I didn't really request that very often. But anything spaghetti on my birthday, it okay with me. National Spaghetti Day, and it is also National Trivia Day. Two things up my alley. I love trivia. I've collected trivia books all my life. Honest to God, I must have at least 10 different trivia books in my collection. But my favorite is a book that I got about, I had to get this book maybe in the 80s or 90s. So this book's at least 30 years old, maybe 40. This is the Holy Grail. I consider it the Holy Grail of trivia books. And it's called, there it is, Boyd's Curiosity Shop. It was written by this guy. His name was L.M. Boyd, and he was from Seattle, Washington. And I remember when I was growing up in our local newspaper, they would have a little trivia blurb every day in the paper by L.M. Boyd. Just a little nugget. And down at the bottom of his little column, it said you could send away for his trivia book. I thought it was only going to be like a little thin, crappy thing. Here I sent away for it, and this has to be one of my favorite books ever in the world. Not because of the trivia, it's just so interesting. I don't even know if you can still get it, but it's jam-packed with information. So I thought, well, since I went to the trouble digging it out of the bookshelf, I thought every day we could have a little nugget of trivia, during the podcast. And what else are you watch for? So listen to this. Listen to this. Back in the days of King Henry VIII, you remember it? Knitting, knitting was especially of men, not women. So there you go. Where else are you going to find that knowledge? That, I could just picture King Henry VIII, big and large guy, big guy, beard, sitting on his throne with all the people around him, serving him and waiting on him. And he's there, hit pearl, chop off their heads, chop off their heads. That's a guy who had 6 wives, and most of them lost their head because of him. Anyway, so it's another reason to tune in to that National Trivia Day. So here's what I want to, I want to talk about that AJ Brown press conference yesterday and my thoughts on it. As we get closer and closer to Eagles Giants on Sunday, the last game of the regular season. Before I do that, though, I got to tell you a little story. I don't think I've ever told anyone this story before. But, I was listening to the radio this morning, to the news, and they were talking about, there's a spike in people are getting sick. And the cases of COVID are going up. Of course, we're in the winter time now, so people are more indoors, passing it all. We just had holidays, and people got together as family and friends, office workers, and who knows what happened there. And then this other respiratory disease, RES, RS, ESPN, whatever. That's out there too. And of course, the flu's out there too. Nothing to joke about. It's really serious. So I hope everybody take care of yourself and be careful, okay? Wear a mask if you need it. You know what? One of my local hospitals here in Alabama, right? Bryn Hospital, great hospital. They are back to mask mandates, at least for the next 2 weeks. Mask mandates. So my thought is, you don't want to go back to that crap that we had before. You remember, right? When we were all hunkered down, we couldn't go to the restaurant, places were closed, even the sporting events. That's what I'm getting around to. Remember the Phillies games? They had all these cardboard people in the stands. It was really sad when you think about it, what we went through. The pandemic was a terrible, terrible time. So, I'm just saying, all my friends out there who are watching, take care of yourself. Okay? Everybody gets to it. I don't get into politics. The COVID vaccines, I got mine because I had my boosters. Because if I didn't get it, I would die, literally. Because they tell me, the doctors, hey, your lung capacity is really limited. If you ever get COVID or something like it, you ain't coming back from the ventilator. You and the ventilator are hooked up for that's it. That's it. So, because I want to be around it a while longer, and hopefully at least until the Phillies win another World Series, which may be another 50 years from now. But I got the shots, I got the boosters. But to each his own, just take care of yourselves and don't make your family and friends sick. Here's the story I'm going to tell you now. Back in 2020, do you remember this? The Eagles, just like the Phillies and everybody, the NFL would play their games without fans in the stands, or maybe limited fans in the stands, maybe like 1,000 or 2,000, which was kind of sad, We got these big 60,000 venues, could hold 60,000 fans, and you only have like 1,000 or 2,000. It really looks bad. But here's the thing. Somehow, we had tickets. Eagles, New England Patriots, at the link in Philadelphia, got the tickets before the season started because I said, I want to see Tom Brady not before the Cribs, but before he's still with the Patriots, right? So, I had these tickets. Then they put the mandates down, and said people could go. Well, I don't know how it got to be like a lot of something. Well, we went to the gate. It was probably stupid looking that morning. We went to the gate. It was still kind of warm out because that's where I get my tickets. Like in October-ish. We were mask and the whole thing. Right? Can't sanitize. First of all, we parked, you knew it was a really weird game because we got a parking space right next to the lake. As soon as we got in the car, nobody was out tailgating. Hardly any people in the parking lot. It was ghost town. It was like, you know what? When we went in through the gates, went inside, there were no people. You know how it is when you go see the WIP guys and the pro shop is there and you're milling around before you actually go into the stadium. There was nobody. It was like somebody dropped a nuclear bomb. Where did all the people go? You know? It was scary. So we went inside and got on the elevator, to get into the concourse. Got into the concourse. How do you know? We used to getting out and every stuff. Really, really, I love them. Yeah, really cheap, really, two words. Oh, if that's spirits, isn't it? No doubt. We let the father sit, right? I think we were sitting around 113, 112. That's where we usually sit, behind the levels and right next to the main scoreboard. So we went in, we were going down, and you see all the concessions there. Chicken Pete's, hot dogs, hamburgers, blah, blah, blah. So pretzel. So going down, nobody. And most of these stands were closed. You really couldn't get your meat. Oh my God. And you had to wear the mask all the time. We got to our seats. And the whole stadium was it was like, you know how it is when people leave early to beat the traffic. Let's say the Eagles were winning 38-3, or they're losing 42-7, and everybody wants to get the hell out of there just to jump in their car and beat the traffic. That's how the whole stadium was, the whole freaking game. Oh my God. I looked at Holly and I said, this is unbelievable. It's like another world, And luckily, thank God, we didn't get sick. I took a chance that we didn't get sick. But it was something I'll never forget. Like flopping into an Eagles game at the link. There's hardly any people. My point is, I hope to God we don't get back to that. Oh, geez. That was really 2020 hindsight, pardon the pun, in 2020. But, it was really bad. I was really bad when you think about it. Everything we went through, right? That we're still here. A lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people got sick when he died. And say, there's not much of a future died. It's true. I just don't want that to happen again. So all my friends out there listening and watching, please take care of yourselves. All right, here's what I got to talk about AJ Brown. So he had his little talk yesterday in front of his locker. And he was talking about he's sticking up for the coach. And well, first of all, Marcus Hayes of the Inquirer wrote an article the other day saying that AJ Brown is the cause of all this discontent with the Eagles, all the pointing fingers, all backstabbing. It's all coming from AJ Brown. He's the troublemaker, blah, blah, blah. Well, AJ Brown, the night before, put it out on social media, I'm talking tomorrow. So all these reporters, all the Philadelphia media, they had heads up. You're going to be there, get the interview, ask questions, be there. Unfortunately, Marcus Hayes, who I used to really respect, didn't show. AJ Brown was going to confront him and say, that never happened. What are you talking about? Who's telling you this stuff? And I'll be along with my teammates, and I'm a troublemaker on the team. Where are you getting this from? Right? He was going to confront me. Marcus Hayes, we don't know the reason why he didn't show up. Right now, he looks like a weasel. But he didn't have the guts and wasn't man enough to face AJ Brown and talk about it. Anyway, AJ Brown said a lot of things. He's frustrated, like we all are, that the Eagles were not only losing, they're getting their butts kicked every week. And he's not getting the ball. He was targeted one time last week against Arizona in the second half, targeted one time, caught 3 passes the whole game, hasn't scored a touchdown in 6 games. No wonder he's frustrated. I mean, think about it. The Eagles traded a #1 draft pick for this guy is another player. He's one of the premier wide receivers in the NFL. He's big, strong, and fast. Just you're paying him $20 million. Why did you trade for this guy if you're not going to use him? I mean, you could say Jalen Hurts is the plus that Brown is anything and Jalen isn't carrying him the ball. That might be true. That they're not even targeting only one time is a disgrace. And that falls on the coaches and whoever's coming with things. Like I told you the last few days. If it's me, I would probably leave J. Brown as Dallas uses CD Lamb or as Miami uses Tyreek Hill. Hill is hospital Dallas. He wasn't very skilled and Tyreek Hill and things like that. But so AJ Brown is right. He's right to come say, yeah, we don't know what's going behind closed doors. We don't know whether he really is part of the problem. I agree with it. And you need to make AJ more of a feature on down the fence. Throw him the ball as much as we can. Here's the deal. He's going to break a big play sooner or later. Either he's run past the guy and he's so big it's getting out muscle for the ball, or he's going to catch a little slant 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he's going to run that for 8 yards after the catch. Gal the media. Oh, that's so fancy. Well, this is AJ Brown from the air. How the Eagles are okay. They're going to watch them go. They're going to get to Super Bowl. That's it. Just because AJ threw the air, this means the Eagles are a good team. They have still have problems with their personnel. Maybe they're just not good. Well, maybe these coaches are good. So, I'm glad that he's not. I'm glad that he's anything. But I should say I have faith in the Eagles. I should say I trust anybody. because you know, I'm the biggest Beatles fan there is, but just look at the right? To me, it's not going to be something that's magically going to improve on my what they are. And as I told you yesterday, we'll talk more about the Japanese game Friday and Saturday. But I'm thinking the Giants are playing very, very closely. And I would be surprised if New York wins. I mean, it's hard to beat the Giants. Any team twice in a row within a short amount of time. Giants have the games, it's a division game, so work. The Eagles may not play their starters, if at all, for a short time. The Giants, this is their Super Bowl. They could finally knock off the Eagles. They're going to do it. And here's the thing. The Eagles really the times playing. I mean, they could possibly still get NFC East, but the Cowboys would have to lose in too. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Cowboys are going to hammer it up, and they're going to win. The Eagles blow it. They choked. That's that. So, what I'm saying is that everything adds up to the Eagles lost this morning. And it's sad because going into the playoffs, you're going to be rolling, you're going to be hot. And that's why I said, I don't think it's wise for Nick Sirianni to sit around this constant. We're not deep down to deserve to sit their ass and stumble, right? I would rather be out on the field, try to work out these conflicts. They have a game to do before they get into the playoffs. I don't know. I'm just, I'm still frustrated in the news. But we'll talk about the Giants game, the Giants games. But I'm kind of looking at the Giants winning this game. Do you think the Eagles will keep this game? Now, the line came out Sunday night. On these Eagles are performing at 7. That was ridiculous. Should the Eagles be favored on the road, especially against anybody at this point in time? I don't think so. Not the way it's playing. And as we saw, the smart play, the guys who really knows football, they jumped on money on the Giants, and the line went down to 5. So, I told you, I had this funny feeling before the Seattle game, before the Arizona game, that it was one tough game, tough games. And I hope the same thing this year. And it's not just judgments. So, we'll talk more about them as the time goes. Well, go and have a place get into it or me. Think about it, but we have just rolling it's very important. And read some tribute to quickly. There I am talking about spaghetti and what it's going to down. Actually, this is good because on this diet, it takes 4 days until you start to see some progress. Hopefully, the pounds will start melting off. Yes, and I'm looking for and feeling get all those Christmas cooking and all sugar. It's not new, just like you, right? There you go. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you all have a good time. And take care of yourself. Don't let the world get back to the way it was. Don't start having hard-work families and stay on video. That's not good. Uh, and stupid people like me do TV games, and there's only it's little people there. That's not. That's not. So, seriously, we don't want to live in that way. So take care of yourselves and take care of you. We all take care of each other. Everything we do. We now take care. See you next time. Unbreakable. Welcome.